This is absolutely genius. Guys, if you hate when, like, at least I do, when every time I cook bacon, there's such a mess. There's a mess on the cupboards, there's a mess on the microwave, there's a mess on the stove, there's a mess on the floor. Every time I cook bacon, and it's about a couple pounds a week, maybe even more, I don't really clock it anymore. But it's a good thing. It's helping me lose weight and heal my body. But I think I figured out a hack on how to keep the amount of grease that ends up in my kitchen down. And this will be a game changer. So stay tuned. So I think I figured it out. Instead of doing it in a shallow frying pan, I do it in my stainless steel Dutch oven. And it's basically just frying up the bacon in the fat. It's actually, I think, even a little quicker than doing it in a frying pan. So stay tuned and we'll see what the end result of the stove is after I finish cooking this pound of bacon. I'd say it's definitely quicker. I haven't done a timer or anything to compare to what it used to take, and I never used to time what it took with the frying pan, but I have to say it seems a lot quicker, and it's probably because the volume of oil is higher because there's not as much surface area to spread out. So it's almost like I'm deep frying the bacon, which I accidentally, the first few, so be careful because it is quicker. So the first few I kind of overdid, but they'll still be good. They'll be extra crunchy. Maybe I'll save them for my pizza toppings. But yeah, sorry. So far, I'm pretty impressed. So I'm definitely impressed with this. To be truthfully honest, there is still a little bit of spitting that's happening, but way less. So I know that the cleanup's going to be far easier. But what I love about it is it seems to be so much quicker. And they're getting like a nice crispy consistency. Of course, if you don't leave them in too long and burn them like I did with the first few. But the other thing that I've noticed is I've just cut the remaining bacon that I do have into half strips like this, shorty, instead of the long one. The reason being is I'm just trying to see that as this oil gets to be more and more, is it possible to almost do like double layer of half pieces and they not stick together? I don't know. Just going to play and see. And then I'm also going to play at the end of this video. I have a beautiful shrimp, fresh shrimp that I just peeled and deveined. And I'm going to actually wrap 2 of the large ones in bacon and fry them in this oil and just see how they come out. So I'm super excited about trying that as well. Yeah, I'm really liking the consistency of the bacon. Like, it's getting crispy, but it's not as hard. I don't know if that makes sense. Because this is pretty thick bacon that I have, and it tends to get a little hard and crunchy when it's done. I like it crispy, but this, I don't know. I've tried one already, and it's a different type of crispy. Maybe you guys can make sense of it. I'm not sure, but I'm just throwing the last few pieces of the halves in, and this will just take a few minutes, not even. And okay, so with the shorter pieces, they tend to curl a little bit more than the longer pieces. So actually, I think I would just do, like, look at this one. It's curling all up in a ball. So I think I will just stick to the full pieces next time. But it was worth the try to see what they would do and if they would stick. They're not sticking. Some are layered on top of each other, but they tend to curl up. So they're actually taking up less spot in the fryer, if you want to call it that. As I mentioned earlier, I did a couple of shrimp. Got a large shrimp on a skewer wrapped in bacon. I'm excited to try this in this combination. Now, after putting shellfish in the bacon grease, I will not be saving this bacon grease. So a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do, and sometimes you just throw away some goodness to have something a little special and different. And that's okay, because I actually have quite a bit of bacon grease in the fridge from previous bacon frying from this week. So it's not like I'm hard done by. And I always have lots of tallow as well. So these are almost done. I guess I can throw them to the side and throw in my shrimp. Ooh, super excited about this lunch. It's funny how just having something a little different, even though it's something I eat often, which is shrimp and bacon, but I don't take the time to put them together, and this was the perfect opportunity. Okay, I think those half pieces, which turned out as little balls, are done. I definitely would not cut the bacon in half, unless you want little balls. Not me. And you can see over here, like, just how nice the bacon turned out. Oh, it looks delicious. Okay, so I'm going to let these shrimp go. Once the bacon is super crispy, the shrimp should be done. Hopefully not overdone, and I'll keep you posted. Just going to turn them over. I had snuck a piece of bacon. It's absolutely delicious. So the other thing I was thinking, like, I have a lid for my pot, but I didn't think of putting it on. I probably could have to help with the splatter. But it's something to experiment with and see how it changes the consistency of things. A little bit of water on there. But definitely worth playing with and seeing what miracles can happen, because that's one of my biggest pet peeves, is the amount of grease in the kitchen on carnivore. And really, living in Mexico, I really don't want to introduce that grease outside on a barbecue grill, because it'll just attract animals. And living in the jungle, it's not always such a good idea. Once in a while is fine, but I don't want to attract them. Okay, guys, well, these are almost done. I'm going to go and enjoy my lunch. I'll sign off for now. And depending on how good these taste, I will maybe do a video on it, just cooking bacon wrapped shrimp. We will see. Have a wonderful week, everyone, and sending you bacon scented blessings for your week ahead. Love you guys. Bye for now.
Steak on my plate, it's a dream come true. Butter melting down like morning dew.